Everybody, here we are at Central Station, Andreaus 13, African American News with the LI boss, DC. And today we got a topic that we want to bring to light. Basically, this broadcast has been on the air for 20 years. It was only 2 African American shows on Cablevision 20 years ago. It was Shaka's Crowd and the African American News, started by Andreaus 13, S1W James Norman, Terminator X, and as you know, Chuck D. So we got 20 years in this game, and today there are hundreds of people doing video shows, doing news broadcasts. It has exploded because of Facebook, because of YouTube. In the last 5 years, it has exploded exponentially for all of you illiterate people with only a 5th grade education who are making rap records in the dirty South. But that's another story. DC, you see this cottage industry grow and explode, but now there's a couple of snakes out here in the game. Tell us about how people are trying to snake aspiring artists who are looking for places to perform, who are looking for people to shoot their videos, who are looking for people to record their music. What's going on, DC? Tell our audience.
Yo, the whole thing is, if you're gonna promote artists and you're going to help artists, like unsigned artists have become the new hustle for a bunch of people that don't love the music. You understand? They just in it for $1, and it's not even a big dollar. They get nickel and dime money, you know what I'm saying? This is chump change, they get it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they hustling artists left and right because they're preying on people's dreams and hopes to get into the music business and become a star. So they making artists believe that they are stars already for a price. You understand what I'm saying?
Shame on you. Y'all some suckers, man, for doing that.
Yeah, it's
y'all
definitely some suckers. Because I'm saying at the end of the day, they're charging artists to get into a cipher.
Okay, tell our audience, for those who are out there in urban America who don't know what a cipher is.
A cipher
means a circle.
Like 10 to 5 different people, right? And they get together and they rhyme in the cipher and everyone says their music. And this is something that's been in hip hop since the formation of rap. You know what I'm saying? There's always been in the streets, like breakdancing and all this stuff. Now they have taken a cipher and said, well, you got to pay $25 or something to get into a cipher, to rhyme in a cipher, when the cipher's been free forever. Like, how you gonna charge somebody $25 to rhyme in a cipher? That's you trying to make a business out of something that's not even a business.
Did anybody ever get a record deal out of a cipher?
They're not getting no record deals out of no cipher. They're thirsty. You understand what I'm saying? You get 5 people to make in a cipher. You get $125. They pocket $125 in their pocket, and then they go on about their business. You just made $125 off of rappers just doing a 16-bar verse. Like, are you serious? You understand? This is something that's you're not helping the artist. You're hurting the artist. They're holding the artist back. You know what I'm saying? And they got all these shows going on. Like I said, they got all these showcases going on. It's 1,000,001 showcases going on. I've been doing these shows since '94. You understand? I took a break from it, then I brought it back. I do the I Am Strong Island concert series every Monday. I took a Monday, you understand? Because I do a Monday because Monday's the hardest day of the week. You understand? So I want to explain to them in the industry, the real music business, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday
is the best days.
It's the days that the industry goes out. Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they call that tourist time. So all the tourists come to the city and, people drunk and everything. The industry, they get the days that's not, people don't come out.
Knowledge. Man, yo, DC, man.
On Monday.
I know you have a lot of, before we did this interview, I got all hyped up in here.
Right.
I was playing my new selfish plug, Funky Nassau that I got out.
Right.
And I was just explaining to you the history of music before it even became one record was put out in 1977. Now, you bring up something very painful because recently me and my brother, who's like, I call him my brother Clint Smith from Saturday Night Live and Coming to America and all that, we went to the arena nightclub where this kid named Young Dirty or Young ODB or somebody, he was having a showcase. When we got there, I wanted to just test out some of the new songs I wrote. He's like, yo, you can get in, but it's $50. And then your man with you, he got to pay $25. So we looked at each other and we said, before we would give that little simpleton, I mean, because he looked like he was homeless, man, living on the street. That's how he was dressed. We said before we would give him $75, we go to the strip club. So that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
And I know those ladies appreciated it.
Now, at the end of the day, you got artists that's paying $200 a showcase. They putting on 20 artists. Dude, they made 4 stats, promising artists $2,000 to get win. You know what I'm saying? Promising them this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, the fight's always fixed. You know what I'm saying? The judges is always his mans or their mans. No one's getting no record deal. Whoever it looked like winning the $2,000 ain't really winning the $2,000. You understand? No one's winning the $2,000 that's outside of their circuit. Whether it's $500, $1,000, they promising niggas photo shoots. They're promising them all type of stuff that's meaningless. You understand? If you're gonna do some type of showcase or something like that, that's a contest, you know, American Idol, something like that, it changes people's lives. People really become stars. Or X Factor, you know what I'm saying? They become stars. They get record deals, and it's by real people, you know what I'm saying? Or The Voice. Like, people become stars. Like, at the end of the day, all of this has become a gimmick. So that's why I did my last show, concert series, and I'm not doing no more for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Until we get out there, we're gonna make some stars, some real stars, and then we're gonna bring it back.
Like you did with Reek the Villain.
Exactly. Then we're gonna bring it back after that, because when I started this thing in 2010, it wasn't all these showcases out here like that. You know,
You didn't start it. You started in '96.
I started in '94.
'94. There you
Right,
go.
when I started the Hempstead Movie Theater.
Yeah,
94.
we've got all that in our archives, and we're gonna be bringing that out.
But at the end of the day, it's like I'm taking a break from the shows because I see the gimmicks is coming in. You understand? So I got other things that I'm gonna do to help artists. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be free of charge. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, at the end of the day, to me, it's like if you're gonna if an artist comes and pay at a show and you're not promising all these things, you just come, you pay the show, you get a performance experience or whatever. Okay, you want to pay in advance, so you're not bringing nobody. Because I mean, I understand that people, you know, I run the clubs. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you got to pay security, you got to pay this person. So you have to make some type of money off of the situation. But I'm saying you're making money off of selling people dreams, and it's like everything an independent artist does, somebody's trying to get money off of it.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. You gotta charge an entrance fee. That's cool.
Yeah.
When you have a concert series for this summer, right? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Me and Ed Van Gattel, National
Right.
County Executive, since y'all know that I work for the Sheriff Department, you know, and I'm an official affirmative action investigator officer over there. And that's one of the things that I try to show these young rappers. If you look at me, I'm 48 years old. I've been in the game for 30 years. Where are you going to be in 30 years? Where are you going to be? Are you going to be able, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, are you going to be able to do what I'm doing? Still be a musician, still put out your artwork and have a good job and employ people and put people on TV who are giving you information? Or are you going to be a homeless dude getting some change put in the cup for you? DC, I want you to quickly, before we go into some more of this interview, I want you to tell the artists out there who are watching this show what they should not do. Give them the do's but give them the don'ts right now.
First of all, you got to know who the snakes are. You know what I'm saying? You know who the snakes in the grass are. Because if someone's trying to charge you for an interview for an internet radio station, and the internet radio station only gets 5 views, there's no need for you to do that because there's only 5 people watching. So if you're paying $100 for that, what's this paying? No one's watching. They have no audience. They have no views. Do your homework on some of these people and figure out who they are. If the studio is BS, you understand, and you can get your money, they overpricing you for the studio, Shop around and see who got the best prices for the best quality. You know, make your money go the best way. As far as printing up CDs, as far as doing anything, recording in studios, a lot of people got their home studios. As far as printing studio, I didn't hook people up with a lot of people in Katona and Queens. They do it at a good price for everybody. Just tell them DC sent you. You know what I'm saying? They done hooked up. I just sent about 30 artists from Long Island to there and got their CDs done for the DJ price. Because the DJ paid one price, the artist paid a different price. I tell them DC sent you, blah, blah, blah. Of course, there's things in your career you got to pay for, but you got to know who the snakes and who's not. You don't pay $25 for a cipher. Are you serious? You don't pay for an interview, for a radio, for some BS internet radio show that's only getting 2 views. You understand?
TV is still popping, y'all. Real live TV.
You don't pay for somebody to shoot you a garbage video, top dollar. You tell that person, listen, this video is going to be worth this, and this is what I'm paying. We're not telling you to get it for free, but saying, yo, fam, this is what it's worth.
A good video should only cost you between $300 to $500 at 1 or 2 locations.
Right.
And if the person know what they're doing, go to college, go to Haas University, go to Nassau Community College, go to Stony Brook, go to what's that out there in Garden City, Adelphi University, yeah. Go to Malloy College, go to the local colleges, and some of the high schools have video programs. Go to 5 towns, they have an internship program. Go to places where the students will do it for a nominal fee, or if it's a school project for them, they'll do it for free. What these people, don't let people rob you, because for one, you might be a whack ass artist. You might be whack. You might be just, you know, you might be
right.
challenged, and nobody's going to tell you because you got a good job and you're paying money.
That's
or you definitely could get a better deal. Or like he said, there's snakes in the grass. So
right.
Be aware, and you know what? What we're going to do, we're going to make a to-do list and a to-don't list, and it's going to be on DC Central Station Facebook page.
Let me break this down, because, like I said, when I first started doing my concert series, I started in Passions in Freeport. I did it for about 8 months over there, right? So out of the first 6 months of that, you know, we didn't charge nobody nothing. You understand? 6 months, just the interest fee for people to come in. We tell artists, bring your crowd, bring your people to see you support, and boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, some artist just feels that, you know, they became some type of star or something, and they feel that just because DC's promoting it, that a crowd is just instantly going to form because they're on the bill. But if you have no fan base, you can't expect a crowd to form. So there's been concert series that I've done that has been no one there for artists. 3 people in the club. But these artists ran around like they're like the biggest thing in the world. You understand? So therefore, I can understand if someone go, okay, now, if you're an artist, if you're a rapper that doesn't have a fan base, it doesn't bring a crowd, then of course, someone's going to charge you because you're not bringing anyone to see you perform. You have no fan base. So if you have no fan base, this is how it goes. No one's promising you nothing. We're not saying you're going to get a record deal at the end of this. We're not saying you're going to become a star at the end of this, like other people were saying. But we're saying that we just want you to bring a crowd. If you can't bring a crowd, then you have to pay. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't bring a crowd. But I'm saying because we can't have a show without no crowd. You understand?
And you want to show?
You can't have a show without a crowd.
You want to show Nassau County Ed Mangano is having concert series at Eisenhower Park, the amphitheater.
Right.
We got a date. The date is going to be September the 9th.
September the 9th.
So I'm going to tell you what, DC, you give me your artist that wins out of everybody,
right,
the most crowd,
I'll give you the artist that I feel that's good, that is good quality artist.
No cursing, no disrespecting women, men or children. 2,
that can bring out a crowd and have a fan base. And 3, that can actually put on a show and perform.
September the 9th, Eisenhower Park Amphitheater, 5 o'clock is the mic check, 10 o'clock show is over. we're going to have 5 bands. So the artist that wins in the DC concert series gets to rock on stage with a band. Okay? No CD, no DAT, none of that. You got to rock with a band. And if you can't rock with a band, then that's where that thing comes in as no talent. Because today rappers think that you got to be a gangbanger, you got to be a drug dealer, you got to be busting shots at somebody, a gangster. That's not what makes you a good MC. A good MC, you have to be a literal lyricist. You have to be able to write. You have to have a vocabulary of more than 5 words or a 5th grader. Because like right now, no disrespect, a lot of MCs in the game have the educational of a 5th grader. And not even that, they can't spell. So being a good MC means you got to be able to spell, have a vocabulary that's expanded, have some dancers. Where are the dancers? You MCs, you got to have dancers. I'm not going to come to a show and see you on stage walk back and forth with your pants sagging. I want to see some costumes. I want to see some style. I want to see some break dances. And I want to hear some scratches. So that's another level. So why do you think that the game got so dumbed down, DC?
Nah, it's because you gotta understand. That right there, like I said, there is gangsters in rap. There is gangbangers in rap. You know, Snoop and Lil Wayne and all these people. They're popular. They're making millions of dollars. Then you have backpack rappers, which is like, you know, Wiz Khalifa and these dudes like that. They ain't about guns and violence. They might smoke some weed or whatever, but they're not about that. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of the backpack rappers that, you know, are coming up. You know what I'm saying? A$AP Rocky. They're not really about the gangster
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco. They're not really about the gangster lifestyle like that. But then you got artists that's about the gangster lifestyle. But you gotta look at it like this. A lot of rappers looking like they don't have to be lyricists because you have artists that's blowing up and making millions of dollars that ain't lyricists, you know what I'm saying? So they look at it like, okay, these lyricists, non-lyricists are selling, so why should I become a lyricist when I don't have to put that much effort into it when these artists are selling and making money? People, this is what people do. They follow the money, they follow the industry. When the Public Enemy, pro-black, Rakim, KRS-One was shaking, that's what everyone did. You understand? Everybody that came out, because there was a point in time that LL Cool J was the sexy rapper, he was this, that, and the third, and he was portraying all of this stuff, and he couldn't sell a record. You understand? Because everybody was in a pro-black state of mind because that was selling. Then that stopped selling, and then gangster rap just took over. You understand what I'm saying? But gangster rap piggybacked off of pro-black rap. You understand? Because as we know, Public Enemy opened up the door for NWA. So at the end of the day, that's what, and then gangster rap just took it. And that's what's you've been hearing that just took out the Tribe Called Quest and the Daylight Souls and everything.
And the era for gangster rap has got to definitely come to a finito because of the fact that all the real gangsters is dead, in jail, or in hospital dying of AIDS because they was tricking with the wrong HOE. And I'm going to say this. Central Station here in Long Island, DC 3, Long Island Boss, where hip-hop lives. Right about now, we're going to cut this segment. We're going to bring you more for this place for the summer of 2012. But listen, you either got to be part of the solution or part of the problem. And look out for that Funky Nassau CD because all you illiterate rappers out there, we coming for you. And it's not where you know where you're from, it's where you at. Once again, Central Station, DC, LI Boss, stay tuned.